years ago, King Ahasuerus ruled the world. He made a terrible decree against the Jewish people. To stop the decree, Mordecai the Jew gathered 22,000 children together and taught them Torah. It's all in a letter Queen Esther wrote called the Megillah.
Vayihi bimei Achashverosh, hu Achashverosh, hamelech mehedu viad kush, sheva ve'esrim umeya medina.
Okay, welcome. This is Hersh Lynn with another Jewish Experience segment today, and we have once again a very special guest, the puppet that's Chacham, that's been around for over 5,000 years, and he's been there. Wherever it happened, whatever's happening, he's been there. So we're glad to have him with us today.
Thank you, Hoshi. I was there.
I know, you were there. And not only that, but we're talking today about the special holiday of Purim. And Purim, as you know, it's an amazing story, and a lot of things happen. And he was actually there when it happened. So we're going to actually ask him, bring him into this whole thing, and we're going to ask him what the heck actually really happened. Okay, so here we go. So here we're in Persia, and we have King Ahasuerus, and he loves everybody. Everybody loves him. So to make that fine with them, he has this big banquet, huge banquet. He invites everybody in the kingdom, and he even brings the Jews in, and he gives them kosher food, and he does all that stuff just to get them to show up. And he's showing off for everybody, you know. So and so what happens? He wants to show off his wife too. So what happened with that? He asked me to show up.
I was there, Hoshi.
I know.
And let me tell you, first of all, this party was Meshuggah. Now the truth is, and Mordechai told the Yidden they shouldn't go to such a because Ahasuerus, he didn't just happen to have kosher food because he was such a nice guy that loved Jews. He had this because he wanted the Yidden should come, and they should drink, and they should get and they should forget about Torah and mitzvahs a little bit, and that's why he had the kosher food. He said, "Oh, don't worry, it's kosher food.
Sure.
You can come also, kosher food." And now I was there, but I wasn't there because I was there like everybody else.
No, you were just the ego.
I was actually there because my mustache was falling off at the time a little bit, like it does sometimes, like that. And I had to go to the doctor. And because I did a lot of work around the palace, I was able to go to the royal doctor anytime I wanted. And I went there, and actually I was there, and oh boy, it was quite a wait. And it turns out that Queen Vashti was in there.
No.
And yeah, I mean, I can remember it like it's yesterday.
Doctor, always have to. Oh, doctor. Tell me something, Mister.
No.
How long does doctor office take? How long is wait time here today?
Oh, today? Well, usually it's not so long. I mean, in a palace doctor like this, you're in and out.
This I know. I mean, I come to this doctor every Tuesday, and I'm in and out before I even sit down. But today, I don't know what's happening. It's forever. And my grandkids have grandkids by this time today. What happened here today? What's going on? What's taking so long?
You know, Queen Vashti is in with the doctor right now, is what's happening. Yeah.
The Queen. The Queen Vashti.
You know, with the crown and the fancy dress, you know.
Oh,
Queen
yes.
Vashti,
Oh, my
yeah.
gosh, this dress and this crown. But what? Why is she in the doctor's office?
Well, I was there. I mean, I was here.
Mm.
I heard it. She has, the way I seen it, she has many pimples, 100 at least.
Pimples? Are you sure it's not freckles?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I know a freckle, I know a pimple. This is big, juicy, plumpy pimples.
I don't understand. What happened? Why she suddenly have this? Queen Vashti is normally as healthy as my horse Baba Shot. Why suddenly she's so sick in the doctor office for hours with the pimples and this? I don't understand.
Well, maybe she's nervous because the king asked her to come to the party. I don't know.
The party.
Yeah.
Yes, the party
Yeah,
is going on right now. This is why I have to come to the doctor again. I was just here this morning, but I have to come back again. I drink way too much and I eat way too much shish kebab, and I don't know.
Yeah, I think the herring might have been bad too, something.
The hearing. I think my hearing is also not so good. Your mustache is falling off again. Okay.
Oh, thank you. You're too
problem.
kind.
This is why you are in, doctor. Your mustache. Is
Yes, I
falling
have
off.
a problem with. First of all, look at how it's like standing up like a meshuggah, and it's falling off every. That's why I come. But I'll tell you, if she can't get those pimples taken care of quickly, King Achashverosh is not going to be happy. Oh boy, is he going to kill her.
And what happened? Vashti didn't come.
No, she didn't come. She was AWOL.
She was AWOL.
Yeah.
So the king got very upset. And what did he do? He actually had her
Yeah,
done.
and
she
actually,
was-
you know who it was. You know who had that idea, and he knew the king was very drunk. It was
Right.
Haman. Haman got this idea that if the Vashti will be killed, then he was very influential, and they'll make his daughter the queen. That's what he wanted.
That's what he wanted.
Yeah.
He had a whole
I
situation
know, I was
going
there.
on. I know, you were there. And not only that, but Haman eventually wanted to be the king. So that was the
Well, really, he figured once his daughter becomes the
That's
queen,
right.
then he could figure out a way to get rid of
because
Achashverosh.
then he had yichus. You
Yeah.
had to have yichus
Yeah.
to get in there.
Yeah.
So, okay, so what happened? The king went out. He had to search the whole kingdom to find another queen.
Yeah, now he killed his queen. Now he don't have a
He
queen
has
no
to
more.
find another queen. So he
Yes.
looks everywhere, looks everywhere.
He had Bupkis, no queen.
He had bupkis. And anyway, so the point is, that's one of the points. He actually finds Esther. And of course, she supersedes everybody, and she's great, right?
Yeah.
You saw her. I mean, you were
Yeah,
there.
by the way, she was 70 years old at the time, you know that. But
Right.
but for 70, she didn't
She
look a
looked
day
great.
of
That's
a
right.
69.
You know why?
I'm telling
She
you.
opted out of the aging process, and you can do
Yeah,
that. You know?
yeah. I mean,
Anyway.
look at me. Look how handsome I look after
That's
5,000
you're
years.
really something else.
Yeah, look at
I don't
me.
know what
I
you're.
mean, look, I'm all shriveled up. I look like
You're
a puppet
something
almost.
else. Whatever else is, that's what you.
Whatever
are.
else is, someone else. Anyways,
Anyway, so he brings the queen in, and then what happened after that?
well, nobody. It's funny because nobody else knew, but all the Yidden, they all knew she was Jewish.
Right.
And it's an amazing thing because usually you tell 3 Jews and the whole world
The whole
knows,
world knows, right.
But in this case, every single Jew knew that Esther was Jewish, and not one of them spilled the
That
cholent
was an
beans,
amazing thing. That was a miracle. That was a nest.
That's a miracle in itself.
In itself.
And the Goyim, none of them knew. They didn't know that Esther was Jewish. It was like a mystery. By the way, you should know. I actually took pictures. I took pictures of when she became the queen.
Oh, there's the picture.
Yeah, I took a picture with my.
Very
I
nice,
took a
very
photograph.
nice. Okay,
Photograph.
very nice.
I know it looks not so much like an iPhone
It's
thing, but
probably
at
an
least the
old camera.
iPhone wasn't around then. It was
No,
very,
but it's probably an old.
very old. Yeah. How old? It was so old it looked like a paintbrush.
That's right. All right. Well, whatever works. That was.
Once, Rabbi Shalom Dov Ber of Lubavitch asked his son Yosef Yitzchak to do a certain favor for one of the Hasidim. Later, Yosef Yitzchak returned and told his father, "I did the favor for the person just as you asked." "Thank you," his father replied, "but don't forget, God is the one who truly helped a man. You simply agreed to become God's messenger." The Rebbe then explained, "We find proof in the Megillah. Mordechai tells Esther, If you remain silent at this time by not asking Achashverosh to save the Jews, then relief and deliverance will come from elsewhere, but you and your father's house will perish. In other words, the Rebbe went on, if you had not performed the mitzvah, God would have found somebody else, but you would have missed your opportunity. In other words, the Rebbe went on, if you had not performed the mitzvah, God would have found somebody else, but you would have missed your chance.
Okay, so there was two guys who wanted to poison the king.
Yeah.
That's right. And who discovered it?
Well, let me tell you, because I was there, Hoishi.
That's what I heard.
And in fact, I
Somebody
remember
told me
it
that,
like
right?
it was yesterday.
It was.
Puto sua tempore coin te versererem.
Hasik fosiumus venenum.
Oh, I wonder what they're talking
Et
in
ne
there.
quisciat.
Sounds like Greek to me.
Oh,
Oh, hey, Mordechai. Mordechai.
Sicarimus magnus inguis minister Graciae.
Why is he shushing me?
Quam
Mordechai. Shh. Huh? What? Why? What? Are you listening to those guys in the window?
Tempore
Who is it over there?
versererem.
It looks like Big Son and Sevish, two guards from the king. I wonder what they're talking about. Hey, Mordechai, where'd he go? He's running to the palace, that's strange. I wonder what he's doing. Well, you know what? I have to deliver a tomato to the chef in the palace. Maybe I'll go now and deliver the tomato. Maybe I'll find out what's going on. Chef? Chef? Hello? Where's the chef? I wonder where's the chef? Where'd he go?
Who's there?
Chef!
I can't see nobody.
Chef,
What's happening? It's all dark in here. Oh, wait a second, I have a pot on my
What are
head.
you doing with a pot on your head, chef?
I'm very busy cooking. Who is this?
It's me.
Oh, I see you. How are you doing, my old friend?
I have your tomato delivery.
My tomatoes. I need my tomatoes.
Yeah.
Where's my tomatoes? Are they?
It's here.
These are very good tomatoes.
Listen, chef. Now, I saw the strangest thing before. You're not going to believe this. I was standing by a window, okay?
A window?
Yeah.
We have windows? My kitchen doesn't have a window.
Yeah, no, not your kitchen. It was over there by the other side of the castle, okay? And you know Big Son and Seresh? You know them?
Yeah, sometimes they wash the dishes for me.
Yeah, I know. Maybe that's why they look angry all the time. But I was walking by a window, and they was talking. It sounded like Greek to me, ich weiß. Okay, and then and Mordechai was there, and he's listening. I don't know why he thinks he understands something from this, but all of a sudden he runs like the lightning. He runs to the palace, like running. Did you see anything around here? You hear anything?
I'll tell you something. As I told you before, the Big Son and Seresh, they were my dishwashers. Sometimes.
Yeah.
They come in here to my kitchen and they try to tell me to put something in the drinks.
What, like seltzer or something?
For the kings.
Gefilte fish.
King
What?
drink. It was not seltzer. It was not soda pop. It was not in liquor. Not in tequila.
What was it?
Let me tell you, I gave some to my dog, Alfredo. Alfredo is no more Alrido. He's a dado.
What, poison?
Yes. It was more poisonous than my mother's kimchi.
Well, how did you know to look at it even? What
I'll
really
tell you what happened.
Yeah.
The Big Son and the Seresh, they come, they bring some weird stuff to put in the drinks of the king.
What?
I don't know, it look weird. I didn't know what to put. They get very upset, as usual.
Oh, yeah, I know.
They're always upset.
Quite
I don't
jumpy.
know. Their hats on too tight. So they leave in huff and puff. Then I hear from one of my waiters that the Jew, what's the Jew name again? Not you Jew, the other Jew.
Mordechai.
Yeah,
the Jew.
he's a nice Jew too.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
He's a good Jew. So he sent word to the queen, the mystery queen, the new queen.
Esther, Queen Esther.
Is that her name? I don't know. I never seen her. I never heard of her. I don't know anything about her. She never eats my food. Only eats fresh food from the garden. So he sent word to her because he knows somebody who knows her or something like this. And she tell the king, don't drink the drink.
What? Why not?
I don't know. This is what the king says. He says, why not? So the king, she says, give some to the dog. So they give some to the dog, and the dog dances a little bit, and then over.
Hey, what?
Like my pot roast, motionless, on the floor.
Wow, so what happened then?
So of course, they have the guy with the quill and the parchment. He was following the king around.
The diary guy.
Yes, the diary, not his accountant. I forget things. But he write the whole thing down in the big story. It's written and it's amazing for now, forever. We always remember that guy did that thing.
Wow, so they hold down that Mordechai saved the king, huh? I wonder if they'll give him a reward or something for that.
Maybe they give him more than what they pay me.
So anyways, it turns out it was this big son and Seresh. They tried to poison the king.
That's right.
And they found it out.
Right.
And then the king had them.
Right.
And then after that they wrote down in the book.
That's right.
That was Mordechai saved the king.
That's right.
And you know what they gave him as a gift? As a reward?
Nothing.
Pupkis, Hoishi. They gave him pupkis. That's what they gave him.
But it was in the book. The point is, they had it down there in the book. And
This will become important later in the story.
That's right.
But we're not there yet.
Okay, where are we?
We're right here. Where we at? We was there. We was here.
I know.
Purim story, God's salvation, miracles, glory. Purim story, God's salvation, miracles, glory.
The Purim story, now I'm gonna tell. So gather all around and listen to me well. Achashverosh was the king with the crown, a many landed ground, from India to Africa and all around. Yeah, all around, made a party for the nation, for the whole population. Was a big, big feast, to say the very least. Hashem was upset, the Jews did go, so the next thing you know, an evil man showed up, and his name was Haman. Arrogant, he thought he was someone, convinced Achashverosh to decree war against the Jews, a travesty. Yeah, a real travesty.
Purim story, God's salvation, miracles, glory. Purim story, God's salvation, miracles, glory.
Holy man Mordechai gathered all the Jews up, praying and repentant, diving into Shuvah. Hashem felt our anguish and heard our cries, decided to save us from the demise. Mordechai went to his niece, the Jewish queen, Esther. You must see the king. Tell him to save our people from the plot. So she did, and the king knew the grit he got. The Jews can't defend themselves and fight, so they did. And a miracle Hashem gave us might. We were less, they were more, yet we won that war. Haman, the evil enemy, was hung by the king from a tall tree. So every single year we celebrate and cheer. We read the Megillah out loud. Praise Hashem's name, be so proud. Yeah, very proud.
Purim story, God's salvation, miracles, glory. Purim story, God's salvation, miracles, glory.
Purim, everybody.
God's salvation,
now.
miracles, glory.
Gezintahait Street.
Okay, so the king had a lot of advisors, And one of the advisors was trying to make himself a big shot, and he ended up was one that got Vashti killed, and he was helping the king and made himself look like he was something. So the king, elevated his status.
Oh, you mean Haman?
Yeah, we talked about
boy.
Haman.
Oh boy, yeah, Haman.
We don't want to say his name because it would make a lot of noise. Ah! Every time the
Yeah, make a whole bunch of, it's okay. Haman
right.
himself made a lot of noise. You should, I think I was there.
You couldn't take him anywhere because
I
every
was
place he
there,
goes
made
is
a lot of noise. Yeah.
I know.
He wanted everybody should bow down to him.
That's correct. And who wouldn't?
Well, Mordechai the Jew, refused to bow down to that Haman.
And that
you know why?
Made him upset.
You know why? Because he said, because Haman, he had an idol that he would serve that was hanging on him. And he wanted people should bow down. They should bow down to this idol. And of course, Mordechai the Jew is not bowing down. He ain't no bowing down to no idol. He bowed down to Hashem Elokim only.
Only.
And he's proud to be a Jew.
If he bows down to an idol, he knows that.
Yeah, so anyway, Mordechai refused, and that made Haman, he had a hat like a triangle. It made his hat like want to fly off his head. Right. There was so much steam coming out of there.
Unbelievable.
This was an angry Haman.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so anyways, he went and he came up with a plan, and he told his family what he's gonna do. I remember I was actually going in there because I used to do little things for the king.
Absolutely.
I was like a handyman.
I know.
You can see I have tools and everything on me.
Yeah,
I was a handyman. Actually, this one here was I fixed Achashverosh's toilet with this one here.
Nice.
Don't worry, I cleaned it. Actually, it's okay. I sanitized it very good after. But anyways,
it was a clean flush.
so when Haman became so big, they would send me sometimes to fix things in Haman's house.
Right.
And I remember what he was saying to his family. I can remember like it was yesterday.
Thank you. Well, my dear family, Zeresh, my wonderful wife, all my sons, the great moment has arrived. King Achashverosh has finally raised me to the second in command in the kingdom. That's right, did you see it? Everybody was bowing down to me. Yes, me, Haman. Oh, it was so glorious. They all had to bow down to me, except that one Jew, Mordechai. I hate that guy. Oh, boy, do I hate him. He's the only one. He doesn't bow down to me. And not just that, he tells all the Jews not to bow down to me. It makes me so mad. Wait, I know what we'll do. I know exactly what we'll do. We'll kill Mordechai. Wait a second. I got a better one. We'll kill Mordechai, and we'll kill all the Jews. We'll make a lot.
A lot of what?
Not that kind of lot. Like a lot, like a pour, a lottery. We'll pick a day. I know what we'll do. We'll pick a day to kill all the Jews in the entire kingdom. I'm going to tell Achashverosh right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Your Majesty. Hello there. Oh, greetings, Your Majesty.
Greetings.
You know how you have me here to solve the problems in the kingdom. While you do important things like meditate and drink and look at your nails and bite them and stuff. Anyway, I've discovered a great problem.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Do tell.
Oh. There is a people in your kingdom, and they're different than everybody else.
Really?
Yes, they dress different, and they act different, and they don't keep your holidays, and they don't. Oh no, they don't keep your holidays.
No.
And they don't wear big Persian buttons, and they don't serve your gods, and they don't. They do everything different. They want to do everything their own way.
I never knew.
Oh yes, they're very bad for your kingdom, and I have the deal of a lifetime for you. I will take care of them. I will exterminate these people, and I will pay you money to do it. What do you think of that?
I have a treasure house of tribute from 127 kingdoms.
So I hear.
So I don't need your money.
Oh,
Tell you what.
Huh?
You just go take care of what you have to do.
Really? With no money, nothing? Oh, you'll let me just do it?
That's it.
Great. Okay, come on. Let's go kill the Jews. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh, thank you. Thank
Please,
you.
I'm busy.
So, Haman, besides being elevated and having all this big status, he gets very upset because Mordecai wouldn't bow down to him. So what does he want to do? He wants to kill all the Jews. So he goes to Achashverosh and he wants to ask permission to kill all Jews. So what does Achashverosh say?
Well, Achashverosh gives him permission, and now all the Jews, we now find out that Achashverosh that the Haman and Achashverosh, they're sending out letters that on this day in Adar is going to be able to send out all the people who hate us. They will be able to pick up weapons and go and murder us.
Murder.
And you know, Haishi, I don't know about you, but I, for one, I don't care for being murdered that much.
That's right.
You know?
And then the
I mean,
went
I'd
out.
much prefer an ice cream to getting murdered, if you know what I mean.
You know, that's an easy choice. But anyway, the point is that not only was the date set, but the Jews of Shushan were silent. I mean, it was like really.
Well, I was there. He was in shock.
It's big stuff.
He was in shock, and you know, and not only that, but quickly already Mordechai and Esther, they put out a commandment by the Yidden. They should daven and do tshuva, and Mordechai got together lots and lots of children. They made like a Tzivas Hashem rally.
Right.
You know, they brought the children to learn Torah and do mitzvahs and to overturn this horrible decree from the Eibishter, from the one above, to overturn this decree of killing the Jewish people.
It's gonna be the little Kinderlach, the little Kinderlach. It's gonna be the little Kinderlach that bring Moshiach now. It's gonna be the little Kinderlach, the little Kinderlach. It's gonna be the little Kinderlach that bring Moshiach now. That bring Moshiach now. Bring Mashiach now.
But then Mordechai told Queen Esther, he said you should go see the king. Yeah.
Yeah, but what did she say? She can't go see the king.
You go
she
see.
wasn't asked.
Yeah, not only that, he didn't see her for like a month before that.
That's
And
right.
you come into the king, if he wouldn't put out, he had like a big stecken, you
That's
know.
right.
How do you call this? The king's
Scepter.
a scepter. Yeah, but you're so smart for a kid.
That's why
you know?
I'm here.
Yeah,
Right.
And
You were there, but
I was there. I was there, but I can't remember much.
That's
but
right.
anyway, yeah, the scepter. And if you don't put it out, the guards kill her on the spot.
On the
Poof!
spot.
Done. Kaput.
Right.
Finito. You know, hasta la vista. Bye bye, honey. It's all done.
The fan. That's it. It's over.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, so she says.
She says, well, the people are going to have to, if she's going to go,
Right. People have to
they have
fast.
to fast. Yeah, they have to fast. By the way, you know something interesting? When I was there, I was there.
I know you were.
Mordechai was telling her, he said that if not, you and your father's house, they're going to be lost.
Right.
What do you mean, you and your father's house? Because Esther was from King Shaul, who he was supposed to kill Agag, the king of Amalek,
Right.
that Hashem commanded through the Navi Shmuel. I was there too, but we won't talk about that right now. But he commanded to the Navi Shmuel that he should kill all of the Amalek, and
Right.
Shaul HaMelech, the
That's
king
right.
Shaul,
He left the guy.
he left him alive.
The king,
And in
right.
this time, that's how was born Haman, because he left him alive. And so this is what Mordechai was saying is you and your father's household. In other words, you have now, you can correct this thing that happened back then with your great-great-grandfather by going and helping to make sure that Haman is defeated.
But you have to understand, too, that everything happens. Hashem makes everything in the world happen. And
Hey,
so,
you like that vote, huh?
I love
It's a good one.
I love it.
Great.
No, but Mordecai brought up an interesting point. He says,
Yeah.
it says, for this is the whole reason you were made the queen.
Yeah.
Just for this time.
Just for this.
So if you don't do it, somebody else will do it.
And you did all this for nothing.
Right.
But anyways, so
then
that's what
she
happened.
says, okay, I'm going to do
and
it.
she goes in to the king.
Right.
And she asks him what she asks for of all things. She asked that Haman should come the next night again for a party.
Right.
Yeah. And actually, when she went into the king, it was after fasting 3 days, but she looked beautiful, and she went into the king, and right away he agreed. And actually, I took a picture of that too. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Here, you see it? Look at it. Oh, beautiful.
Wow.
Look, see, this is my
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I took it with my iPad. Back then, it was like a rock with a button on it.
Okay.
But it did the job. Look, it's beautiful. No, you can tell what happened.
The bottom line is it works.
I mean, granted, it was like a 1 pixel something erase. Anyways,
all right.
What do we know from pixels? Pixels schmicks.
Right.
Anyways, so that's what happened, and then that night after, and Haman went home so happy.
Right. He went home,
Queen Esther is
telling everybody.
Yeah, she invited me, nobody else. Me,
That's right.
me, haha. Oh, I'm so happy.
We didn't do Big Son and Sarah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
You did Big Son and
Yeah,
Sarah?
we did that.
Oh, I
Okay.
missed it. All right, so then now it's Balelo.
Oh, first we did Big Son and Sarah, and trust me, then the king did Big Son and Sarah.
Right.
And he did them good. He did them in. Anyways.
And so I've been starting singing, me, yeah, me.
Yeah.
We'll be moving on, me, yeah, me. Singing, I love. Anyway.
Yeah, it was great. Anyways, and then that night was everything turned because of the tshuva that the king did. Everything turned, the king couldn't sleep that night.
So they had to see
And,
he wanted to read the book of remembrance.
At that time I was, in the middle of the night, I was on call. They would call me to fix episodes. I was fixing something outside the king's bedroom. I remember like it was yesterday. Haishi.
Wish I had all that kosher food I bought for those Jews. Where's my minister of insomnia?
Yes, Your Majesty, I am here.
Tell me a story.
Okay.
I need my mind to be put at ease. What do you got?
Maybe I read this story. No, not that one.
Oh.
Maybe no, not that one. I don't. Okay, I guess I just read this story. Once upon a time, there was Jew, Mordechai. He was Jew. He sit in front of King's Gate, and he hear 2 bad guys, Big Son and Seresh. You remember them? They used to bring you drinks and such. And Mordechai find out they want to kill you. They going to poison you. So Mordechai, the Jew, he come, he sent message to test the food and the drinks. And we find it was poison. And you had Big Son and Seresh killed. And you survived, living long and happy.
Yeah. Well, what about Mordecai? Did anybody ever reward him?
Well, no, I mean, he's Jew, but no, we don't reward the Mordechai, the Jew.
Well, we need to reward him. He saved my life.
I don't, really, you have to. I mean, what do you want to do? How you want to reward him?
Good question.
Is someone in the garden?
Who's in my garden?
It's Haman, your advisor. Your advisor Haman is in your garden right now at 3 in the morning.
I'll ask Haman.
Okay, I will go get him. Haman, are you here? Haman, are you here? Oh,
Kill the Jews.
Mr. Haman.
Yes.
The king wants you.
Well, I'm so excited. I'm here. I'm gonna tell the king something. I'm gonna wait until the morning. Don't worry. I'll wait. Then I'll tell.
No, Mr. Haman. The king requests your presence in his bedroom right now.
What? He wants to talk to me?
Yes, he said to go come get you from the garden.
In his sleep, oh boy, he's sleep talking again.
No,
Oh,
not this
boy.
time. He is awake.
He is?
Mr. Haman, you must come with me upstairs right now.
Oh,
The
great,
king-
fantastic.
Go waiting.
Wonderful. Oh, the plan is all coming together. Let's go, come on.
Let's go to the king.
But Your Majesty, I heard you wanted to see me.
Very glad you're here, Haman.
Oh, glad to be here, Your Majesty.
I need your expertise in a certain matter.
Sure, what's that?
Tell me, advise me on how I should reward someone for having done me an immense favor, a life-saving favor. How exactly would you reward that person?
Oh, he must mean me. Well, Your Majesty, I mean, I don't know who this is you're talking about, but, you know, as your advisor who is so loyal to you, I would say the person that you want to honor, I would say, get him dressed up in the clothes that you wore at your royal coronation.
Right.
Then bring out the horse that you yourself rode on at the royal coronation. Whoever this person is.
Right. And
You
anything
know?
else?
Oh, yes. And then one of the ministers, have a minister of the king, pull him on this horse and yell in front of him through the whole of Shushan, have him parade him and say, "This is what the king does to the man he wishes to honor."
I love it. I
Great.
knew I could count
great.
on you. Now you can do it for Mordechai the
Oh,
Jew.
thank you, Your Majesty. What? You mean Haman Hag? Who?
Yes, you. You can do that for Mordechai the Jew.
What, you mean I should tell him to drag me on the horse?
Sure. No.
What?
No. You are going to parade him as he is on the horse. You will be dragging him.
Your Majesty, I don't know if that's such a good idea. Now that I think of it...
No, I think it's a fantastic idea. I think it's a fantastic way of honoring Mordechai for saving my life.
Oh, no. Oh, you got...
Do it.
Okay. This is what the king will do to someone he wants to honor. Oh, brother. This is what the king will do to somebody he wants to honor. Oh, I don't know what happened. I was going into the king to tell him to hang Mordechai on a tree. And next thing you know, I'm schlepping Mordechai the Jew on a horse wearing the king's clothes. Oh, this is horrible. Oh, I wonder what's going to happen to me next. Once you start falling for the Jews, you just keep falling, you know? This is what the king will do to anyone he wants to honor. What? Who did that? Why would anybody? Who? What? Oh wait! Don't jump! Oh no! Oh, this day keeps getting worse and worse.
And I mean, it was really something. You should have seen it. I was there.
I know.
I remember the parading mode. They were parading. It was bringing, and it was, and you know what happened too then?
I know
When he
what
was going, and his daughter, the same one that he thought that he wanted to
Right.
marry Ahasuerus, she was up in the window in the fancy house. I know because I just fixed that window. I
Yeah,
wished I
right.
didn't.
I know.
I felt like maybe I should put something in there, she should fall anyways. But she didn't need my help apparently because she saw them and
Right.
she assumed that if there's this person is dragging that kind of hose, she figured who's on the hose sitting all proud? It must be her father Haman.
Right.
And who's slapping must be Mordechai.
Right.
So she took how should I tell you this, Hoishi? She took a bucket, and this had, back then, in Haman's house, the toilets that I was fixing, they didn't work the same way like they work now.
They had issues.
Exactly. What you would have to empty out the bucket. It didn't have the plumbing system in Shushan. Was it was kind of like in Gezintahait. It didn't work so well.
Right.
So they dumped it out. So she grabbed this bucket.
Right.
And she dumped it. She thought she was dumping it on Mordechai's head. She dumped it on her own father's head.
Right.
And then he looked up to see who was doing this to him, and he saw his own daughter, and she saw it was him, and she jumped out the window.
Right.
And then she was kaput. No more. Hasta la vista. Sei gesund. See you later. Have a nice day.
Right.
It's all done and over.
Carry out the
Yeah, first she threw the bucket, then she kicked it.
All right, she kicked it after she did it. How could she kick it after she did it? But anyway, so Haman returns home, right?
Yeah.
And he's down and confused.
He has with banana peels and other fine delicacies on his head. And the next thing is the guards came to stop him away. He said, what's happening? Because remember, like we said before, he had this thing with Esther, and he had to be there because Esther said told the king he has to be there.
Right.
And there was no if, ands, buts, there was nothing.
That's right.
There was only you go because the king Ahasuerus is telling you
That's
go.
it. So what happens? He gets back to his house, and
so they schlep him away right away. Oh, by the way,
he say?
right before they schlep him away, he says, that's you're right. He says
talk to his wife.
He says to her what happened, and you know what she tells him. She says, "Oh, you give out." Well, she didn't say that because she wasn't really. Zeresh was not so Jewish.
That's correct.
And she said, Ukul Bukul, that was, I don't know, in Hamanese, that language, Amaleki, that was like Oivei. She says, Ukul Bukul.
She told him she had Kedukas in Afghanistan.
Oh yeah, major Kedukas. But anyway, she says, this is now you're in trouble, because once you begin to fall before the Jews, then that's it, you'll all kaput, finished, done. Well, you get the picture, you know what I mean.
And while they were speaking...
Well, anyways, they drag him away, still with schmutz everywhere, he's filthy, he's dirty.
Right.
He comes into Ahasuerus.
Into the party.
Yeah, into the party.
This is the second party.
And he's verstunken, and he comes in, and you know what happens by that one?
Yep.
Oh, I remember like it was, yes. In fact, I took a picture of this. I took a picture of this with my Iraq. Yeah, I had my Iraq, and I took a picture with my Iraq, and it's at this point that Esther, she said, what is it, Esther? What do you need?
I'll give you half the kingdom, whatever you want.
Yeah, and she said, there's someone who's trying to kill me and my people, and it's not Fred Flintstone.
Who the heck was it?
It was, and she pointed him. I have a picture of. She points to him and says, "It's Haman, this evil Haman Hagogi, this guy. This is the one." And right away, the king got so angry, his crown almost popped off his head.
Wait a minute, so he had to leave the room.
Oh yeah, he left into the garden. He needed to get fresh air. He was angry. Oh, he was angry. Let me tell you, my Rebbe in Cheder was never angry to me like this. And let me tell you, my Rebbe in Cheder was an angry puppy, but not like this. Actually, it was an angry puppet. But anyway.
But then what happened? Haman had to do what?
So Haman went to Esther to beg to save his life.
Right.
And when she was there, he fell. Yeah, I was there too.
You were there, and she was
well,
there.
the chef, the chef was a friend of mine, and he told me it was a big feast, and I didn't have stuff to fix right that moment. I told him I'll help him to save everything. That's how I ended up there. Anyways, and Haman, he was going to beg, and he fell
right on,
fallen on Esther's bed, and then the king comes in and sees this. He said, "Oh, you're trying to kill my queen with me right here." And he said, take this boy away from here. And actually, right then, there was Charvena, there was one of the other guys. He was with me and the chef was working at the time.
He was a double agent.
And he was, by the way, Charvena,
he was a double agent.
He wasn't such a nice guy like you think. He was always hacking me at Chinik, this one.
First he was
but anyways, but he did a good thing here, is that he knew about this plan that hang Mordechai, and he told them, you know what, Haman has this tree, this how do you say jelly something? What's the result in the tree? Jelly. Yeah, gallows. Yeah, a gallows in his backyard.
Right.
Well, somebody between the two of us, one of us better know English because it ain't me. Anyways, there's a gallows and he wants to hang Mordechai.
Right.
You know what the king said? He said, "Oh yeah,
It was
hang
50 amos high.
Yeah, 50 amos. That's like very high.
That's
It's
pretty
like
high. You could
it's
see
like-
it. That's the thing, because the king could see it from where he was.
Yeah, he looked outside. He goes, "Oh, you mean that one?"
That one.
Oh, I was wondering what
Not
that,
that
was
one,
for.
but that one.
Oh, I thought it was just for the kids to play on. I didn't know
right.
those. I thought it was just, to hang prisoners of war
Yeah,
and
right,
stuff for fun,
Right.
They didn't know. And then he said, "You know what?
Hang it.
Hang Haman, and I better see it because I can see it from here.
see it.
I wanna see him swingy dingy from the tree."
That's right.
And they hung Haman on the tree, and all his and they hung his 10 sons also. And it was a little bit of a simcha, but there was still a problem.
No, so they had it. Yeah, right. They still had the
problem.
decree out there.
Yeah, they were
Right.
going to kill all the Jews. So then Achashverosh said, "Well, Esther, anything else I can do for you? What else do you need?"
Give you half the
And
kingdom.
she said, "Well, first of all, I would like a matzo ball soup, but besides for that, I would also like that we take away this decree." But they couldn't. Because
Right.
once it was the stamp, they have
They
a
got the
stamp
ring.
from
He
the
gave
king.
him the ring. Right.
Yeah, and you put a stamp, you couldn't take it away.
Right.
So they made a new decree that the Yidden
Yidden
can defend themselves.
Right. That's
That
right.
they can also take weapons and they can defend
right.
themselves. And they did.
They can do it till
And
they're
they did. And
satisfied,
the
whatever it
people
is.
came to attack. Yeah, exactly. Exactly,
Right.
Rashi. You
That's
know
right.
it.
That's right.
And then what happened was these people, they came to kill us.
Right.
And boy, was they surprised because all of a sudden we jumped out and I
right.
smacked them on the head with my IROC. That's a
right.
nice thing. They were so durable. They don't
Yeah,
break
that's
like things
unbelievable.
nowadays.
Yeah,
The
you're
IROC,
right.
you could play
They could
football
do
with.
it.
It was
That's
multi-use. It
Unbelievable
had
stuff.
lots of apps.
That's right.
You could kick it like a football. You could hack a guy on the head who was trying
That's
to
right.
attack you. It was great. So, anyways, we defended ourselves, and then on Purim we rested. And
You gotta say, Mordecai now took Haman's place. He was.
yeah, he became the big and he
The
became
big
the most
mocker.
powerful
He was a big
person besides
mocker,
for the
that's
king.
right, that's right.
Yeah, he became big, and then they wrote a Megillah and they made Purim to be on this time, and they gave lots and lots of mitzvahs. And we're actually going to see a very nice video about these mitzvahs.
We have 4 special mitzvahs for Purim. They are: 1, to hear the story of Purim read from the Megillah both at night and during the day. 2, to give charity to at least 2 poor people. It's also a custom on this day to give charity to all worthy causes. 3, send a gift to at least 1 friend. It should contain 2 types of food you can eat right away, like a drink and some cake. 4 is have a special meal. It's a custom for adults to have wine or other drinks, but everyone should enjoy all sorts of good food. We also say a special prayer thanking God for the miracle of Purim. This prayer is added to the grace after meals and the Amidah, or standing prayer. Shushan Purim recalls the victory of the Jews over their enemies in Shushan, the capital of Persia. This took place 1 day after the miracle of Purim. Therefore, Jews in Jerusalem and in cities that had a wall in the days of Yehoshua still celebrate on both Purim itself and the next day, Shushan Purim.
You know what the big thing too about he was there, by the way. But
I
the
was
big thing
there,
about
actually.
Purim is that when Mashiach comes and we have the final redemption and everything's great in the world, the opinion is a lot of our holidays will go away, but Purim will never go away.
No, it will
Purim
stay.
will never go away because it
will stay. You know
shows-
why? Because if it went away, it would destroy the Shalach Manos industry.
That's a big problem.
Like, you can't have that.
That's a big problem. So that's good stuff.
Anyways, that was the story,
That's
Haishi.
the big stuff. I'm glad.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm glad you were there.
Oh, thanks.
Because
I'm glad I was
wouldn't
there
know
too.
half
I'm
this
glad I was
stuff
here.
if you weren't there. So that's the thing, and we count on him all the time.
Well, I'm
on the
glad I
Jewish
was
Prince
here.
segment because he was there.
I was there and I'm here. I'm glad I'm here. It was
I'm
very.
glad you're there
It's
and
always
here.
so nice talking to you, Haishi. Thanks
That's
so
right.
much.
I appreciate it. And you all have a party and enjoy yourselves and make l'chaim.
Okay. Thank you so much, Haishi.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank
Thanks
you so
again.
much. Oh, thank you.
Okay,
Thank
stay
you.
with us. We got
Oh,
more
great.
coming for you
Okay,
on your
great.
station for sound information.
celebrates the miracle that occurred in the days of Mordecai and Esther, when God saved the Jewish people from the wicked Haman. Purim means lots. Haman cast lots to pick the date to kill all the Jews. He picked Adar, the month when Moshe passed away. Haman thought it would be an unlucky month for us, but since Moshe was also born in Adar, it turned out to be an unlucky month for Haman.
What's a lot? More than a little. That's not a lot. Then what is? A lot is a ticket that's drawn in a lottery. Why do we call this holiday Purim? Because on this day, we have lots of fun.
As you probably know, God makes many kinds of miracles. Some miracles, like the splitting of the Red Sea, are very obvious. The miracle of Purim happened in a very hidden way, yet our sages say that it was one of the biggest miracles of all.
I had a miracle happen to me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I passed my science test.
On Purim, it's a custom to wear costumes to recall the fact that Esther hid her Jewish identity from King Achashverosh.
Mine is a custom costume.
Another thing we do is to read the story of Purim from a Megillah. We make noise whenever we hear Haman's name.
When I say Haman's name, make noise, okay?
I'm ready.
In the Torah, Yom Kippur is also called Yom Kippurim, which can mean a day like Purim. The holy Ari Yitzchak Luria states that the closeness to God that we can achieve on Yom Kippur by fasting, we can achieve on Purim by feasting.
I'll drink to that. L'chaim.
It is a custom to eat three-cornered cookies called chamantashen. Some say the cookies are shaped like Haman's three-cornered hat. Others say that the three corners symbolize the merit of Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov.
What do you say? I say we eat hamantashen because they're yummy.
According to our sages, the Jews first accepted the Torah on Mount Sinai out of awe and fear of God. On Purim, they accepted the Torah again. However, this time they did it out of love and joy. Our sages also say that the Jewish people were saved in the merit of 22,000 children who learned Torah with Mordecai. May we redeem speedily in the merit of all the children who learn Torah today.
Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael.